Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our seasonal rank climb using a team that we built from scratch. It's very weird that we end up in our battle teams, but I figured that I would explain the change-ups that we have here. As you can see, I do have 3 special attackers and 3 physical attackers, and realistically only one that's going to be like doing any type of support, but I did make a couple of changes. I didn't do anything with Urshifu, unfortunately, but he is going to be sitting out this video to kind of see what we could do if we didn't have him in the team. We do have 4, before we had 4 physical attackers and no real way to take advantage of that, which I thought about adding Qian Pao, but with the typing we have with like Incineroar, I felt like it was having really heavily on the dark side, so I'm having a hard time trying to fit him in the team. We removed Urshifu though to bring in Rotom to deal with the Terra Water types that we eventually come up against quite a bit. Now you might be asking yourself, well, if I removed Urshifu because I had 2 dark types from like Incineroar and himself, or even put in Qian Pao to do the same thing, I still have Water Ogerpon. And that's because of the fact that 1, I'm not doing Cornerstone. That's not a good idea. And I feel like I want to have an Ivy Cudgel, which is way more accurate than Hydro Pump is, and unfortunately Rotom only gets Hydro Pump. So the only water type move I can get is a move that is not always accurate. So yeah, we're gonna try that out. I did switch out Woodhammer for Horn Leech to make it so that we get a little bit more survivability. I was toiling with this idea for a very long time, and under certain circumstances, it can still one-shot a lot of Pokemon that are out there. I'm just trying to decide which one's the best for my team, and I'm just going to give it a try. Sylveon did not receive any EV changes, but we did add in Shadow Ball and Light Screen, so Terra Blast and Yawn are gone. Light Screen is supposed to give our special defenses a boost, so we have a little bit more that we can work with, and if we need to, then we can start surviving some moves from the inevitable Fluttermanes and Raging Bolts that we seem to always come across. Dragapult has also not received a lot of changes either. Going through all the information that we have out, it seems like the set that I currently have is the one that's mostly used. I kind of don't know what to go from here with him, to be honest. Like there's no real difference between Dragapult and Dragonite. I mean, Dragonite's full attack investment, so he's like, Dragapult is speed, so he outspeeds a lot of people without, Tailwind, which is great because then I make everyone kind of flinch a little bit. But at the same time, I'm still a ghost type trying to deal with everything else, and I think Dragonite would probably be better, but I'm gonna give Dragapult another chance. Maybe we can get the revolving door out a little bit using the Intimidate and U-turns a little bit more so that we can get a little bit more type coverage out there, because it's a lot better to have that, because then if you attack first, you swap out, you lower down damage, which means that you get a little bit more done. So it's an option. I don't really have anyone that really takes a lot of hits so far. We're gonna be looking into that, then maybe having some survivability. Maybe reintroducing Iron Hands into our party. He does have Fake Out, so that's cool. The big reason why I have like Incineroar here, because he does have Fake Out. So unless someone is using anti-priority, I don't really have to worry about it too much. That's just kind of like some of my thought processes right now. We'll go into our matches and see how this turns out. So let's get to it. Okay, we've got Scizor, Qian Pao, Urshifu, Tornadus, Raging Bolt, and Landorus I. The reason why I do Landorus I and Landorus T now just makes it a little bit more easier, and I don't do that for Tornadus or Thundurus very often because not a whole lot of people use the Therian forms. So if they do bring out the Therian forms, it's 1, unnatural, but 2, it is a special occasion. So otherwise it's just basic stuff. Okay, so we do have to deal with Scizor here, which we don't really have. Well, we do have a way to deal with him, obviously. Just gotta figure out how to deal with him here. Let's go and bring out Tornadus and Ogerpon. Incineroar. Actually, let's do Dragapult first. No. No, we'll go with our original, and we'll bring in Rotom. We'll leave Sylveon in the back. Sylveon's EV values, I officially calced, where they're currently set at. I do survive Sludge Bomb from a Landorus Eye with Sheer Force Life Orb. So I do survive. I survived one. Only one, though. So I have Rapid Strike, Tornadus, and Urshifu. And I have Tornadus and Ogerpon on my side. We'll go ahead and get started off with the Tailwind. And I'll go Horn Leech. Yeah. Horn Leech. I was like, maybe I'll go with like the Follow Me for like the Surgeon Strikes, but they're probably going to go with the Close Combat. A lot of people know what they're doing now, so let's see who wins the coin flip here. A lot of people like to go bulky with Tornadus now. I mean, it does get Prankster, so you don't really have to do anything, but I like having the ability of going first. We both get off Tailwind, which is totally fine. U-turn on the Urshifu. That's a lot of damage that Ogerpon just took. Let's see what you swap into. Raging Bolt. Okay. Protosis activates due to the booster energy. Special attack was heightened. Horn Leech. Not very effective. But I get a little bit of HP back. Just a wee bit. Let's protect. He's still water. Let's double protect. I don't think I got this one, guys. I don't have anything to really do with that, with either one of these. Like, I could probably take down Tornadus, right? But I can't do anything about Raging Bolt, which is really unfortunate. No Thunderclap. Volt Switch. What? Interesting. We both have Tailwind. He's got a plus whatever to his special attack. Bleakwind Storm. I'm gonna Ivy Cudgel into Tornadus. Hits. Drops the speed on the Tornadus. I think Ogerpon now gets to attack, and they do. So here you go. Have one of those. Thank goodness for the speed drop. Volt Switch. Over on the Ogerpon does get the KO. But why are they doing that? That seems really, really off. Are they gonna bring out Urshifu again? I mean, they could bring out Urshifu and Qian Pao, and I can't do anything, so Urshifu comes out. Oh, my Ogerpon's down. Here comes Raging Bolt. Will not get the boost. But here comes Incineroar, which is going to get an Intimidate off. I'm going to protect on the Tornadus. Terra. And I think I'm going to knock off. Terra Fake Out on the Raging Bolt. They're also going to Terra. Probably going to go for their Urshifu. Yep. And water. Okay. Kind of saw that happening. But I'm also Terra Grass for Incineroar. For this particular matchup. That way I'm not weak to fighting. I'm not weak to water. I'm not weak to... Well, I'm now weak to ice, but... Does he have Ice Spinner? I assume that this Urshifu is... Scarfed. Raging Bolt's gonna protect. So Fake Out does go into that slot, doesn't do anything. But here comes Surging Strikes. And it's gonna go right into Incineroar. I recently found out how minusing stats work, ladies and gentlemen. So in crits, they do double damage. Just double damage. So if you lower down the attack stat, while it doesn't touch anything in the crit, it does touch the overall damage, which means that they do lose out on that quite a bit. Let's go ahead and get Tailwind up. And I'm going to go ahead and Parting Shot on the Raging Bolt. I might be able to outspeed both of them. Nope, here comes Surging Strikes again. This is going to go for Tornadus. Nope. Okay. Rocks my Citrus Berry. It's a lot of non-damage there. And I still haven't seen their fourth, by the way. I've only seen these three. Minus your special attack and your attack one stage. And I go back. Okay, out comes Rotom. Volt Switch. Tornadus just barely survives, but we do have the Volt Switch. And it goes back to the trainer, so now here's their official fourth. Who is it? Jianpao? Scizor. Okay, Bullet Punches are coming my way. Gotta protect. And I'm gonna just go ahead and Thunderbolt right into that Urshifu slot. Scizor, huh? That's a good counter to like Flutter Mains. Excellent counter to Flutter Mains. But in this case, I'm not so sure it's like a good counter for me. Withdrew Urshifu because they knew that the Thunderbolt was going to be coming out. Now comes Raging Bolt. Protect. Bullet Punch. Misses that slot. Thunderbolt. Not as effective, but still does quite a bit. We're going to swap out now to bring out Incineroar. And I'm going to Thunderbolt Scizor. Because the Volt Switch is probably going to come out again. And it's probably going to go towards Tornadus, but they could also assume that and just go right for the Incineroar anyway. Lower the attacks on both sides. Thunderbolt into the Scizor. Does barely not get the KO, but it does get the Paralyze. Volt Switch. Over the Incineroar. Comes back and Urshifu comes back on the field. And Sword Stance on the Scizor. Go ahead and fake out the Urshifu. Wow. And I'm going to Thunderbolt the Scizor again. I outspeed it, so I don't have to worry about priority at the moment. But Bullet Punch could still do quite a bit of damage. but I do resist it, so we'll see. But I am going to fake out the Urshifu so that it can't do anything. Because I'm assuming a priority attack's going to come out. But I am going to get rid of Scizor. Unless Bullet Punch comes out and does like a super amount of damage to either Incineroar or Rotom. Rotom's at full HP though. Fake out. Okay. Scizor couldn't move because it's paralyzed. That was a Bullet Punch. Let's take out Scizor. So now Urshifu can't swap. It also can't attack. Tailwind's now gone. But that's okay because, yeah. Let's go ahead and knock off Urshifu. Actually, let's go ahead and Parting Shot, Raging Bolt, and I'm going to hit Urshifu with Thunderbolt. I don't want a hard switch. I would much rather just regular switch. Here comes the Surging Strikes. Goes over into Incineroar. He's going to knock it out. That's fine. Honestly, that's fine. Because now it's just going to be a Raging Bolt versus Tornadus and Rotom. Whew! There you go. Urshifu goes down. Ooh, that was close. I didn't think that I would live Draco Meteor. Okay. So neither one of my Pokemon can really do anything damage-wise, but I'm going to get the Tailwind off just so that I outspeed this occasion. I am still going to do very little. Snarl could come out from this Pokemon and do a decent amount of damage. It probably would knock out Rotom, but I don't think... Oh, Thunderclap. Well, I mean, he's Spect. I can't do anything to save him. May not be able to save Tornadus either. Let's see if he's going to do it again. He's got 8 of those, so I can't really do anything to stall that out. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe focusing on the bigger guy would be better. That's okay. That's why Raging Bolt is out there, because Thunderclap is huge. He did have to give up his item though to be able to beat me, because having Photosynthesis and Booster Energy is a good benefit, but if you have to swap out, it was kind of like a useless item. Kind of why I don't use it myself. Like if I use it and then I have to swap out, that was kind of like a useless item to in my mind. So it is what it is there. But it was a good match all the way around. Let's move on. Okay, we got Whimsicott, Walking Wake, Gouging Fire, Fluttermane, Torkoal, and Urshifu. Okay, so this is pretty much a Sun team. Sun Photosynthesis team. I don't have anyone with ground, so that's interesting. I also don't have a lot that's going to be able to do anything against that team, which is also very unfortunate. We'll bring in Tornadus, Incineroar, Rotom, and I think Dragapult has to come in. Yeah, we'll leave Sylveon and Ogerpon in the back. This is gonna be really, really hard. Because like there's a couple of outs that I could do, but I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. So it's like trying to figure out my out. So Whimsicott and Walking Wake versus Tornadus and Incineroar. We're just gonna go ahead and automatically go with the Bleak Wind Storm. I think I have to Terra here just so that I don't... You know what? Let's not Terra. We're gonna fake out Walking Wake. Withdrew. Okay. Fluttermane. So the fake out is gonna miss, unfortunately. Sunny day. Okay. Activate booster or photosynthesis. Speed was heightened. Here comes the Bleak Wind Storm. Misses Fluttermane, but will hit Whimsicott and drop its speed. So now we'll go like this. And I'm gonna knock off on Fluttermane. Tailwind, because now I'm faster than Whimsicott, for sure. I'll activate Tailwind so Fluttermane goes faster too. Dazzling Gleam. Not enough to get the KO, but here comes the knockoff. Choice Specs. Wait, you did that much damage with Specs? You're not invested in fully into attack then. Interesting. Gonna hit the Whimsicott with knockoff. Okay, there's the helping hand. Dazzling Gleam. Does take down the Tornadus, which is unfortunate. I kind of wish I would have hit the Fluttermane, but that's okay. I thought that I was going to be able to outspeed somehow, or at least live, and then they were going to swap out the Whimsicott for someone else. So that was my general thought process. Let's go ahead and bring out Rotom. Okay. Speed was heightened on that guy too. Terra Blast, not okay, yeah. We won't do that. I'll go there. And I will go there. Moonblast into Incineroar. Draco Meteor goes right into the Rotom. Not enough to get the KO on either one. That was not a bad call, honestly. Thunderbolt does not get the KO on that guy, but I will take down the Fluttermane. So now there's 2 down, 2 to go. Yep, okay. Special defense was heightened. What? That's interesting. Tailwind and the Sun is up for one more turn. And that's on both sides. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. That sucks. Hydro Steam knocks out the Incineroar. Taking Swipe knocks down the Rotom. Sunlight faded. And Talon's gone. Let's see how this goes. Let's bring out Dragapult. And we're gonna hit Gouging Fire first. Breaking Swipe's going to do a lot of damage to us, so we're going to Terra to Steel so that we don't get hit by that, but we also get hit by Heat Crash because... Oh, Dragapult doesn't weigh too much. Aqua Jet. Does nothing. And you knock yourself out. Oh, no, you... I think you screwed yourself. Dragon Darts. Oh, yeah, you did. You totally did. There you go. If you wouldn't have done that, Gouging Fire would have lived. Heat Crash probably would have went off. Breaking Swipe could have went off. But because you went Aqua Jet, knocked out your own Pokemon, you weren't planning for a Dragapult being speed. I mean, special defense rose. That's interesting. Because it's not like Incineroar was able to lower down his attack at all. So why raise your special defense? Oh, that's incredibly interesting. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, that's cool. Let's move on. Okay, we've got Iron Crown, Indeedee, Okidogi, Urshifu, Landorus Eye, and Fluttermane. Just when I said that I don't have to deal with this Iron Crown nonsense, they just reappear. So funny. Because they're probably gonna start off with that core. It's really, really strong. I can't really beat it most of the time. Tornadus. I kind of want to go Rotom, but I know that's the wrong decision. Okie dokie. Probably have Guard Dog, which means Incineroar is going to be useless here, but it would resist whatever they're trying to do. So, Incineroar, Ogerpon, Dragapult, Sylveon. We'll leave Tornadus and Rotom in the back. We're leaving those behind so that we know how to deal with it, because if they do Trick Room, right, Indeedee still has Trick Room, and if I go with Tailwind, I'm gonna underspeed. There's only two Pokemon that outspeed me on that side of the field, and that is Fluttermane and Iron Crown. Iron Crown Okidoki hits the field first. There's the Guard Dog. No Guard Dog. Boost Energy activates on the Iron Crown and special attack was heightened. Okay. Let's fake out Okidogi. And I'm going to Ivy Cudgel the Iron Crown. Because I suspect that the switch, yep, here it comes. Here comes Indeedee. Yep, here we go. Psychic Surge prevents the fake out, which is totally fine. Now none of these Pokemon have anything. Do the Psychic Seed. Here is the Terra Psychic on the Iron Crown. Could be water. Yeah, it's water. But this is gonna hurt really, really bad. Fake out fails. Ivy Cudgel. Takes a quarter. Oh, Terra Blast. Okay. Incineroar barely lives. Now that he's fully hyper trained, he actually lives and moves now. It's, interesting. Let's go one step further and bring in Sylveon now. And I'm gonna Horn Leech that guy. Because like he's probably gonna use Tapion Cutter, but he Tachyon. He's probably gonna use the Cutter, but it probably won't really affect anybody. Probably gonna use Expanding Force, but it'll only affect Ogerpon, so he's probably not gonna click that either. So I'm hoping to get the Jip here. Follow Me goes over to the Indeedee. Horn Leech. That's a lot of damage. Oh, that was a crit too. Terra Blast. Not very effective against the Sylveon. Let's go ahead and use Light Screen now. And I'm just going to use Horn Leech again because another Follow Me is going to come up. But now they have access to their move set that they love to do. So Entity is going to be put in a very, very harsh spot. Like, I outspeed Iron Crown. I don't think Sylveon does. But I know that for sure with Ogerpon. Follow me, okay. Center of Attention. Horn Leech. I'm just going to take more HP, please. Here comes Expanding Force. Barely just both live. There's the Light Screen. Now, do you have anyone else with priority? Because this guy's going to go down. At least I'm hoping. I do outspeed you. Fluttermane. Okay. Let's protect on Sylveon. Let's Horn Leech. You probably have. Let's Horn Leech the Fluttermane. You're gonna outspeed me. Are you gonna Dazzle Gleam it up? I mean, you can go for the Expanding Force if you want, but is that something that you want to do? Protect. Dazzling Gleam. Yep, you're gonna knock out Ogerpon. Ba 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 da ba ba ba. Terra Blast goes nothing. Nah. Nah nah nah. Let's bring out Dragapult. Why not? Let's go ahead and Shadow Ball. Well, you know what? Let's swap to Incineroar and Terra. And of course, I mean, it does hurt the little guy a little bit. He's got 3 Mons. I've got 3 Mons. Yeah, let's hit Fluttermane. Call back Sylveon. Incineroar. Phantom Force. Magic. Dazzling Gleam. It's Incineroar. Oh, Dragapult avoids it. Doesn't affect the Incineroar. Weird just disappeared. I'm gonna fake you out. And Fluttermane goes down. I hope. I hope. The booster energy went off on the Iron Crown. I don't know what Fluttermane has. It could have Sash. But it could also be Spec. Could be Specs. I'm not sure. Fake out. Goes over to that guy. Phantom Force. Hits the Fluttermane. Takes it down. And that guy, Lynch, could not move. Out comes Okitoki. nothing I pick is going to be great. So I'm going to swap to Sylveon here. It's going to be like a useless sacrifice, which is really going to bug me. But at the same time, I have to take down... Iron Crown. So if Sylveon has to take a hit, I apologize, Sylveon. But there's nothing I could do. But I am going to Terra my Dragapult to be Steel so that I don't take any poison damage, no poison jabs, none of that from Okie Dokie. Phantom Force to disappear. Terra Blast comes out, it's going to hit the Sylveon. It goes down, Okie Dokie attacks for nothing. Because now Incineroar gets to come back out, gets access to Fake Out again. And oh, light screen's off too. But the Intimidate's gonna go off, lowering down the physical attack. I get access to Fake Out again. And I'm hoping that'll be enough for me to take this. We're gonna Fake Out the Okie Dokie. I'm hoping that the KO goes on the... Oh, you're going to protect? That's cool. You might not know what Phantom Force does. Oh, you still live. Oh, no. Let's go and knock off. And I'm going to do it again. I'm Steel type now, so that shouldn't do too much. But I can't swap to Terra Steel. Or like Terra Blast Steel. Because I'm still banded. So this will have to do. Close combat. Oh. That's not good. That's not good at all. That worries me quite a bit. Okie Dokie's gonna knock out Dragapult. That's bad. That's absolutely bad. And Force. Down goes Iron Crown, who's been out there since the beginning of the game. Such a bulky Pokemon. Close combat. Dragapult lives. Let's go. Phantom Force. Is the -1 going to be enough? It might be. The -1 does do quite a bit for defenses. It's weird. Attacks, not so much. Defenses, though? Oh boy. That's a whole other can of worms. Phantom Force. Now you see me, now you do, now you don't. Body Press does nothing. I mean, if I don't knock him out here, he wins. If I do knock him out here, I win. This is the type of matches that I love. These are great. And who is the victor? Who is it? Phantom Force. It's them. Shots. That stinks, but it's not bad. I thought that the -1 would have been able to do something. It's not like none of my attacks were lowered. But maybe being speedy is what is hindering Dragapult, because he shouldn't be like going down this much. But that's just my opinion. I don't know anyone else that could like possibly do that better. I mean, anyone with, you know, Terra Normal Extreme Speed could do something, but you have a fighting type, across from you. So it's like, what do you do, right? What do you do? Anyway, let's get on to the next one. Okay, we have Chien Pao, Urshifu, Raging Bolt, Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Landorus Eye. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 physical attackers, 2 special attackers. So what's going to be our answer for this team? They don't have anyone that could outspeed me. So once Tornadus gets set up and is like, hey, I can do this now, we're set. Like, we don't have to worry about anything else. I just have to make sure that I don't get hit with Thunderclap. I mean, Grassy Glide is also a problem. Let's go ahead and bring out Tornadus and Ogerpon to deal with like the Landorus, Incineroar, and Urshifu. We'll bring in our own Incineroar. And then lastly, Dragapult. So that way we could do a little bit of damage to Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt, if not Terra, is still weak against Dragon. And if I can knock out the other Pokemon before Dragon Darts go off, it goes doubled into that slot, like we saw before. But it's going to be hard to do that because Dragapult goes first 99% of the time. Raging Bolt and Incineroar hit the field first versus Tornadus and Ogerpon. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get Tailwind started off, and then I'm going to go ahead and just go right into it. Yes, we're just going to go right into Incineroar. It's probably going to swap out. Yep, there it goes. So now it's going to bring in someone else. Probably Rillaboom. Makes the most sense. No, yeah. Exactly as I called it. Tailwind, that way out speed. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ivy Cudgel. Take a little bit of damage. Calm Mind. This is the last time you're going to be doing that, bud. No need, no Calm Mind set from Raging Bolt. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Kind of want to Terra. Yeah, it's Terra, Bleak Wind Storm, and actually I don't have to. Bleak Wind Storm, and I'm gonna follow me. Fake out. Okay. Lynch cannot move. Thunderclap. Like, in the back of my mind, it's like, this was a good idea. And then I decided not to do it. That's why you do it. It's exactly why you do it. Yeah, let's do this. Bring out Dragapult. And Dragapult. It's gonna go straight into Raging Bolt, and I'm gonna swap to Incineroar so we don't take as much damage. But we put Rillaboom in checkmate. So we're gonna Intimidate to lower down its physical attack by 1 stage. It withdraws. Thinking that U-turn was gonna come out. Out comes Incineroar. Your body says no. You can lower down Incineroar's thing if you want. Protect goes up. Okay, Dragon Darts. 2 of them will go right into Incineroar. Raging Bolt again. Swap out to Ogerpon. I mean, Fake Out's gonna come. It can't hit Dragapult. So they're thinking, oh, Fake Out's gonna come out. I'm gonna Fake Out the Fake Outer because I can't do anything to the Ogerpon or to the Dragapult. Can't go into that slot. I could possibly hit it with like Knockout, or Knockoff, but it's not gonna do anything. Terra's gonna go right into the Raging Bolt. It's gonna change its typing to Fairy. making dragon darts do nothing. Good call. Fake out goes into the Ogerpon slot. Dragon darts is gonna knock out Incineroar. Dragon Pulse, please live. No, it's +1. It's like, oh, please, nope, never mind. That's +1. I ain't gonna live nothing. If it didn't get the +1, it probably would have lived somewhere, but it's unlikely. Unlikely. Crappy thing is, the best option, maybe like Terraing at that point probably would have been better. I didn't think that they would Terra to Fairy, but I was stuck in the Dragon Darts anyway, so to me it didn't really matter. Intimidate goes off. I'm gonna fake out the Raging Bolt. I'm a Spiky Shield to Ogerpon. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba ba. So what are you gonna do? What is your turn gonna look like? My turn looks a little fancy, but it's not really. Spike Shield goes off. Fake out. Into the Raging Bolt. Oh, U-turn. Okay. Interesting. And Raging Bolt cannot move because it was lynched. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba. So leftover set, huh? Grassy Field disappears. Let's go ahead and knock off that set there. And I'm gonna go ahead and Horn Leech into the slot that he was gonna try to switch out from. Ooh, I go before that guy? That's dope. That's good to know. I also move before Raging Bolt too. U-turn. It's not that strong. Not that strong. Usually that does a little bit more damage. So that guy's full on Bolt. Landorus Eye. Dragon Pulse. Rock my Citrus Berry. And knock off. Not very effective, but you no longer have leftovers. I'm gonna Terra Grass. Maybe not. I think I'll save it for Ogerpon. Let's knock off on the Landorus. Terra. Ivy Cudgel. On the Landorus as well. I know I'm doubling into one slot. I should be like spreading out my moves, but right now Landorus is a problem. I know that Raging Bolt is more of a problem because Thunderclap, but I can't do anything about it right now. Never mind. I can't even do anything about it now. Well, that was dope. That was a good match. Earth Power. Pop. Man. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba. There was nothing I could have done there. Like, it was really, really hard. That matchup with their team is really tough for mine. It's like they forsake anything like speed control and they just go with type advantage. It's weird. For some reason, I can't get that through my head. It's like, just go type advantage. Doesn't matter how fast the Pokemon go. If they're strong and take hits, they can deal damage. And I just, for some reason, cannot click that in my own head when I build teams. Anyways, let's go over to the next match. Okay. Ooh, Palafin, I think. Como, Vileplume, Pelipper, Gengar, and Metagross. I kind of like this. I'm not 100% sure what they're trying to do though. Maybe some random challenge for YouTube, or maybe to get these guys like medals to say that they've been through the Master League. I know that my buddy JT was doing that, and it took him forever, but he was able to complete the challenge. It was pretty dope. But I think that's what they're trying to do here. Let's go ahead and get started off with Tornadus and Dragapult, just to kind of put a lot of pressure automatically. I'll Rotom after that, and then, yeah, why not? Ogerpon. Now these guys, this team, right, could be a counter to my entire team and me not know it. Oh, that's kind of funny. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. I know that Vileplume might have Chlorophyll. Ooh, shinies. Let's go. Metagross and Gengar. Let's go ahead and hit the Gengar with a taunt, and I'm going to Phantom Force the Metagross. No stuff for you. Bullet Punch. Not. It's neutral. I disappear. No Thunder Wave. So we kind of predicted that. Now Bleak Wind Storm. It's not gonna hurt the Metagross too much, but I am gonna hurt the Gengar just a little bit. I believe I outspeed Gengar. I may not. In the event that I don't, though, that's gonna be really, really interesting. But I'm hoping to do a little bit of damage to the Metagross. Withdrew, so Gengar goes away. Out comes someone else I can't read. Vileplume, also shiny. Phantom Force, hits the Metagross, brings it down to its Sash. Not Sash, it just lives. Someone dodges that. The Vileplume does, Metagross doesn't. So what does Vileplume do? My thing is, like, maybe does it do like chlorophyll or something, or not 100%. We're gonna Bleak Wind, and I'm gonna Phantom Force the Gengar. I'm not gonna worry about doing any static like taunting, because I don't know what the I don't know what Vileplume's gonna do. Bleak Wind Storm hits both, almost knocks out both, but doesn't. Sludge Bomb. There's lots of Tornadus. Toxic. Badly hurt. We'll Tailwind. They're gonna Terra. Goes to the Gengar to make it dark. Huh? You thinking I was gonna taunt you or something? I mean, that would be a great choice, but I would go for obviously your partner there. Oh, that's what you're doing, making Phantom Force not work. I mean, good call. Great call. I don't know what the calc says for that, but let's drink sap. Their body says no, but you get a full heal, pretty much. Summon the Gourmet. Pelipper. Out comes the rain. And Phantom Force. You know what? We'll just go ahead and hit Vileplume. Are you gonna wide guard? Oh no, you can't. I was like, oh, you're gonna wide guard? I mean, you did bring out the rain, Muddy Water. Voids, Dragapult. Does hit the Tornado, it goes down. Terra Blast fails. I feel very confused. Go ahead and bring out Ogerpon. And I'm gonna Ivy Cudgel. Actually, I'm just gonna Horn Leech. Let's Horn Leech the Pelipper. From out from the depths, a Phantom Force comes up and takes Vileplume with it. Ouch, I was hurt by the Rocky Helmet. Vileplume goes down. And Horn Leech takes down the Pelipper. That was a very interesting team. I'm a little confused what they were trying to do. Again, it could be like a challenge that people do for getting like the badges for all of their Pokemon when they hit Master Ball tier. Or that could be like a lineup of their favorite Pokemon. If that's it, more power to you. Try to make that work. I obviously would. Abso-freaking-lutely would. Every single time. I think that's all. Let's continue on and see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and Pokefans alike, that is going to be the end of today's video. We ended today's video at ranking 20,226, 70 battles, 32 wins, and 38 losses. With the change out from Urshifu, it seemed that we gained a little bit of ground of what we would like to see. However, there are still improvements that we can make with the team. I would love to have Pokemon that would debuff their side a little bit more. Maybe give us screens. I did like that when Sylveon did that for us, so we might invest in someone that actually can do screens and maybe debuff on the side. Thunder Wave or even Will-O-Wisp would be perfect outside of, you know, the predictable fire types that are currently in the game, but we'll see. So with that being said, with the end of the episode being here, I just want to ask you guys a question. How'd you guys think of today's battles? Do you think that we should add things to buff our side and debuff the opponent's side? Or maybe leave suggestions for like a little bit more team synergy? Anything's on the table, and I would love to hear your feedback. But first, go ahead and leave a like on the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. Leave that feedback down below in the comment section. I do reply to any and all comments that you guys leave behind. And if you are a brand new viewer, go ahead and continue watching the series 15. Like, you can see a card somewhere. It's probably in the front, or maybe a little bit after this, you'll be able to see the entire series. Just watch all of it up till now. And if you're a returning viewer, please click the subscribe button. It helps me knowing that you guys like the content. Also helps the channel grow. And if you guys want to be notified when I upload next, hit the notification bell over on the right. Select it to all and you'll be notified when I upload next. I do plan on uploading for the rest of the week, so you should not be missing any videos. If I do miss a video or plan to, I will let you know in the community notes. Community notes, the posts are on social media, which is going to be on Twitter and Discord, and those are going to be listed in the description. That's it. That's all I've got. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time in the next video. Till then, have a great day. Peace.